Send out tweets via TweetDeck. There it is. Let's close this window.
Okay, go ahead and try to log in again.
Okay.
Okay. Yes, it will be Ship of Heroes. You are on the right channel. Oh, this is a separate stream, Darkness. We'll still be probably doing a book club at the normal time if Colton's up to it. But yes, this will be a... Okay, I'm able to log in. A Ship of Heroes stream. What's up, Axel? I'm going to turn on my fan. It's a little warm in my office. Probably because I'm wearing a bondage mask. Oh, goodness. But yes, good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to Bottom Tier. I am Jason. Colton, I think, is still in school. Ship of Heroes, A Darkness, is a superhero MMO in Alpha. We're still in Alpha?
Yes.
And well, you probably didn't play it, but think City of Heroes, City of Villains, stuff like that. I spent a lot... shut up, nerd. I didn't tag you because it wasn't on Facebook. Should get in the Discord. But I love superhero stuff. I love superhero MMOs. The game's loading, but it's... I think it may have crashed. Let me try... I'm logging in again. Oh, where's the window?
It did actually kick me out. Which character are you logging in with?
Iris.
Iris? Okay, that should be a problem.
Yeah, it kicked me too, man.
Yeah, server's up. It hasn't crashed yet. Give me a second.
We're just trying to get set up here. But yes, you did make it, I'm glad all of you guys made it. If you have questions for, my ghost, why is Eerie Pancake here? Oh, is it still showing the... You might have to refresh. It should be showing Bottom Tier. Okay, yeah, it's not showing Pancake anymore.
I am in.
Okay, let me log in. Who are my guests if you would introduce yourselves to the stream?
Sure, I'd be glad to. I'll get us kicked off here. I'm Casey McGeever, consultant from Ship of Heroes, and I'm the president of the company.
There we go, now we're logged in.
We got two guys logged in here. Casey, can you hear me?
I can.
Other Casey, Mr.
Yes.
Sites. He's using Iris, so you're going to be using Green Pants Man, which is 02.
Okay.
Or actually, go ahead and use Sword Blossom. I think she's 06.
05.
05.
Yeah, because
okay.
Iris was 06.
Let's get.
Alright, I'm going to take us
During
off the...
Matt, our lead developer.
Hey, how's it going, everybody?
I'm going to take us off the splash screen. Ha-ha! I said I would do it, and I am a man of my word. No matter how uncomfortable it might be. But sometimes you gotta commit all the way.
Indeed.
Yeah, we got some big shots in here, hell yeah. I'm a huge fan of everything. It is Lucha Libre time. But
And then I believe we have Sarah from our project team.
Hi.
We should have the other Casey from our coding team.
Hello.
hello.
And we probably have Justin from our art team. Or not
Yeah,
yet.
trying to get him on here. I don't know where he's at. I sent him a call.
We're kind of a small team, but we still managed to get 2 guys named Casey, 2 named Dave, 2 named Chris, and 2 named Justin,
Fantastic.
and 2 guys with the last name of Smith.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna ditch this shortly in Gargunkel, because it is terribly uncomfortable. But it's the best one I had, so, you know, at least wanted to start off with it. But if you guys have any questions, Dave's not here, man. If you have any questions for them, feel free to ask them, and if I see it, and I probably will, I will relay it. Unless they're also in Twitch chat, which also works.
Okay, it appears that Meltdown is crashing the server for some reason.
Oh.
Don't know why, but yeah, he just did it again.
We need to jump back in.
Whew. Much better. My face isn't being constricted.
You got that mask off, yes.
Yeah. Oh, goodness. But this is Ship of Heroes. It's a superhero MMO still in alpha. And I've been posting news about it, about a year now, I think. Almost.
Matt, do you want to jump in as Green Pants Man and we'll go with 5?
Darkness. It's an MMO where you play as a superhero. It's crashed. Bloop.
Yep.
I gotta restart the server, so I need you guys to close out your clients entirely.
Okay.
Give it one more try here, see if we can get going.
Yeah.
Where did I get the mask? My mother went to Mexico for the holidays. And as a Hanukkah present, she brought me back a bunch of Luchador masks, because I do love the graps. Think more like City of Heroes, Darkness. There's never been a good Marvel MMO ever. Marvel Heroes came kind of close, but that was more of a Diablo clone. Are we clear to log back on?
I will let you know in 1 second. I'm gonna try to get on with Green Pants, man.
Alrighty.
This Meltdown seems to be crashing the server. You guys all got in. As soon as I tried to get in with Meltdown, it crashed it. I don't see that. Okay,
Yeah, we
so
got in with no trouble.
Alright, try to get in again.
Alright.
I got in with Green Pants, man, no problem. Yes, seems to be something wrong with Meltdown. I'll have to investigate that.
EPIP, the mask was a little too tight. I did try, though. Oh, I accidentally signed up as Sword Blossom. Whoops, let me sign back in again. Whoops. I did. I deceived you. Deceived for views. Hey, whatever it takes, man. I did wear it at the beginning, though. It just, it was killing my head. I need to let it out a little in the back. I'll get someone on. I'll get my people on it.
We just need Dr. Strikewell in here, and we'll just have to run without Meltdown tonight, because something is up with him.
No problem.
At least now I know which character it is.
Yes.
Oh, it's definitely definitely 2 different games. I just wanted a point of reference for the style. For the style of MMO. How big is your followers? They range in size from the very tall to the very small. Some of them are a little heavy, some of them not. I assume that's not the question you were asking, but We're almost at 3,000 followers, I think, but I write for MMOHuts. I'm part of a two-person stream. My co-streamer is not here at the time, or at the moment. Words are hard. We have 450 followers on the YouTube for MMOHuts, thereabouts. That sounds about right.
Well, I know that your audience has been waiting for a little bit to see us go. So if you're ready with Iris, and I'm kind of thinking you are, we can run in and hit this first mob of Nagdelians.
Yeah, let's do it. Please just call me Jason. Please.
No problem, Jason. I will run in and get their attention as the tank on this team.
Sounds good. Does it have threat and all that implemented already? Or do I have to worry about pulling aggro? Oh, I'm going to have to turn down the game a little more. Just a little. Kind of loud for me.
Yeah, I'm turning that down myself.
Okay, but yeah, does it have like a threat table yet?
Yes.
Oh, fantastic.
Okay, so that was the first mob, the easiest mob, and one of the things you would have seen there is some of these Nagdelians are a little taller. There are two tall ones in this group. That's because they're lieutenants, and when they get to half health, they start calling for reinforcements.
We do not want that.
The more lieutenants you have, the worse off you are. You want to kill them as quickly as you can. So the rule here is aim for the tall guys. We'll go for the one on the left first.
Question was asked, what year is this set in?
I'm sorry, say again, what, for business? Wait till after the combat.
Yeah, for some reason during combat, Casey's mic cuts out.
So Jason, what was the question?
What year is the game set in?
The game is set approximately 500 years in the future. So we are a generation ship. This city, which is about 1.25 miles square, is Apotheosis City. It's one of 20 aboard the ship. And we move from place to place. It's a permanent, it's not the Enterprise. It is a permanent nation in space.
Makes me think of Babylon 5, only much bigger.
Much bigger, correct. There's never been actually a game or a story quite like this. Elements of it, but not quite like this.
Gargunkel asks, I know controllers aren't going to be in the game at launch, but do any of the archetypes have control powers? I can actually kind of answer this, because my character does have, I believe, a stun or a... yeah, it has an immobilizing effect on nyctophobia.
Correct. So
I
would expand your answer and say, we haven't promised exactly to have control powers in, but we are working on it. So we have animations and some other stuff built for the first control set. We'd like to have it in at the beta. So we're working toward that goal. So much is going on, though, that I always like to put a little caveat around it, but really, I love controllers, and I want to have them in.
What's up, Macca? Ubum, I don't know if I said that right, asks if Ambassador or Sword Blossom can put away their weapon. I guess, can they be sheathed? Or
they
holstered?
Could be. They can. Actually, we haven't coded that into this version of the client build because usually we just run through, but we actually do show that in some of our videos, that they can be with or without.
Oh, it's very solid for an alpha. It's definitely... I'm looking forward to seeing more of it, EPIP.
Let's take a look at the third guy. I'm sorry, the left guy of these three, because now we've got 3 lieutenants this time.
Okay. Yeah, this is a special stream, Macca. We're doing a peek at a ship of heroes. normally we would not be on at this hour. I would still be pretending to work. JK, my boss is going to see this. But we will be on at our normal time, around 5:30 or 6 p.m. Hopefully doing book club, playing an undisclosed game, because I don't want to advertise something else while we're doing this. Though I do hope that I will get a shot at this again another time in the future, because it is a hoot.
Absolutely.
Can people still get access to the alpha, like through?
What we're doing now is it is invitation only, and our rationale for that is we actually get a lot of feedback from guys like you who tell us, hey, you know, I like this, I don't like that, this needs work. So we're pretty transparent. I'll tell you, people have told us that they like the fire animation. It's too strong compared to the other animations. People have told us, hey, we need to be able to put the weapons away. People have told us we need more of a ready combat animation stance. So we're working on that. You know, we're collecting a lot of little ideas and little things. We've had a lot of UI requests. Now this group is actually and they like to do big robots because they are themselves cyborgs. Oops, did we crash?
I think we did.
I think we did.
Yep, she went down. Yeah, it's the power crash.
So that would do restart the server or log in and log out in this spot.
Completely exit the client and I'll restart it.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, it's being really finicky today. I don't know what the deal is.
It is finicky.
Is there a scheduled time for the beta, or is that still up in the air?
We've said we want to go to beta in December of this year. So between now and then, what we're hoping to do is we'll get through this first alpha. We're going to, at some point, try to alpha a larger raid situation. We're going to be showing, at some point this year, alpha of instance missions. And we'll certainly do another round with the character creator. Probably all of that sort of later in the year, but we're working our way sequentially through to get ready for a beta that'll be relatively full-featured, you know.
Sword Blossom stabbed the server.
Exactly.
I believe it.
Not only is she dangerous with those swords, she's the head of the engineering department.
You should be able to log back in now.
Alright. Logging back in. Yeah, I'm entering world now. You're always prepared for book club. It'll be fine, Maka. Don't worry. For those of you who are new to bottom tier, we do this thing called bottom tier book club, where I play a game that's normal and sane, and Colton reads the worst fan fiction that the world has ever provided, and I develop a burgeoning drinking problem. And it's wonderful.
I'm going to say we're all in.
Looks like
we can
it.
skip this fight, and I can, if you follow Ambassador, you don't need to jump up here. I just like to do it.
It's just cool to do.
Yes. We can run down here and get to that.
What's up, Josie?
Again.
But yeah, if you guys have any questions, feel free to ask them. We will do our best to get them answered. What is the red building called?
We have not named it yet. What we do is we do take suggestions on our game forums from clients, from supporters who say, hey, we've got an idea for what would be good in that building. Some of the buildings are named and have explicit purposes. That one, not yet. We just liked it when we built it.
It's just a cool building.
Yeah. Our lead artist designed it. And in fact, you can see, so I'm kind of back where we started that fourth fight. And if you were with me, let me just check. Yes, you are. So if you look kind of straight ahead down the yellow tile road here, you see a big gold building in the background, you know, that's kind of an unusual building. Obviously, our own creation, a custom building, inspired by several different ultra-modern buildings, because it is the 25th century, and we figured that there would be more modern architecture.
Yeah, I would figure architecture would evolve a little by then.
Correct.
EPIP Live says call it the percussive vault. I kind of like that.
The percussive vault, okay.
I can dig it. Yeah, it's a City of Heroes spiritual successor. That's a good way to call it.
It is. Before we I think started streaming, I said, you know, some things always happen. It's always the Prometheans that, or mostly the Prometheans that cause crashes. These are the Prometheans. So let's see if we can get these guys this time.
This is a special stream, Izuma. Normally, you know, we don't stream at this hour, but we're doing something special for MMOHuts. We're hanging out with the team behind Ship of Heroes. And we're going to have this uploaded to MMOHuts YouTube. Probably later today, whenever Jamie gets to it. I'm not going to rush her. She signs my paychecks. Yeah, I can see that, EPIP. He says the gold building's Frank Gehry. Looks like it's Frank Gehry inspired. He did a lot of academic work on sci-fi futuristic architecture.
That is excellent. One of our lead environmentalist, Eric Gooch, is actually kind of an expert in architectural design and urban layout as well.
I do really like the layout of the city.
So this whole thing we're playing today is about 1/10 of the city. Just to let you know, we sort of bounded it here in the Science Park area. But if we were to turn back to our right, turn back to your right, you can see in the distance kind of the edge of the arch, which is blue and silver from here. And that is the exact center of this level. Then if you turn back and look at the left, toward that gold building, you can see the interior wall of the interior hull of the ship with a cast sky over it. So you can kind of get a sense of, wow, from here to there is only halfway across. It's a pretty big city.
Yeah, I'm really glad to hear you guys picked up someone who does have that kind of background, so the city will feel more realistic.
Yeah, urban planning and urban design are interesting parts, and we wanted that in at the start. So let's see if these enemies are on a bridge. And it shouldn't make a difference, but every now and again, it does make a difference.
Gargunkel says, I realize Casey probably can't comment, but does the Ship of Heroes team follow other games in development, like, say, City of Titans? And if so, do they think they'll be first to market? Will you be able to get huge mobs for tanks and win like in City of Heroes?
So I think the question was, do I follow the City of Titans development successor?
Mm-hmm.
And I would say maybe a little bit. It's actually kind of hard to explain how much focus we have on this game and how little time that leaves for other activities.
Oh, I definitely believe it.
We certainly hope those guys are doing well.
You guys are focused on your own stuff.
At conferences and all. And, we want them to succeed because, frankly, it's in everybody's interest to have. But it is a question of can we expend the time to keep up? Because they're also doing stuff.
I think it might have crashed again.
Yeah, she went down again. It's these Prometheans. They're getting us for some reason.
They are. So exiting again to finish it up, Matt?
Yeah, go ahead and full on exit the clients.
Okay.
Sorry about this, Jason.
It's no problem.
To us on our other runs.
Oh, it
There
happens.
seems to be something that seems to have leaked its way into the server, and this actually just started happening yesterday. And
Oh, I love that bomb animation too. I think it's very cool.
I have to hunt down what's causing it.
Okay, tell us when we can jump back in, Matt.
Laughing Alex says, I wonder how the damage mitigation buffs and debuffs and CC is handled. They further said they were a huge fruit salad defender player and would love to have a fully viable support character that doesn't spend all day healing and gets to attack and spend most of their other time doing things other than healing. Because only healing all the time is kind of boring.
Yeah, so for example, on this team we have Dr. Strikewell, and she can heal and she can attack. Healing is her primary and attacking is her secondary. But we also have Green Pants Man, and he's reciprocal. He is a damage-dealing devastator, and he can dish out a lot of damage and also do some healing.
Yeah, you can go ahead and log back in.
Okay.
In addition to that, we will have players who are support characters who can buff, players who can debuff, players or characters who can control. So there's going to be a large variety.
Strikewall also has at least 1 or 2 buffs. Character costs are distinct and unique, and they don't get to be the mash the 3 buttons and not do anything else. I also
Correct.
Fantastic.
You don't need to have a healer, but if you have one, it's going to speed things up. But if you don't get a healer and you get a buffer instead, that'll speed things up in a different way. You may need to play and adapt a little bit. Lots and lots of different combinations work out. You don't need to have a tank. It's an advantage. But you don't need to have one. You could do it all with, all healers, all devastators, all brawlers, all tanks.
Yeah, we're back at the percussive vault.
We are.
Who came up with the name Green Pants Man?
That actually came from our audience. We and did not have a name for him. Matt, I think, created him out of our character creator
He
stuff.
was actually, it was just a random character that we made for the Nagdillion combat video. You remember where we went up and we had a group of us and then we fought the Nagdellians. This was a while back, like a year ago, and then that guy, he picked it up and he did like this. Who is Green Pants Man?
Yeah.
Positive Gamer, right? I think that was who it was. Positive Gamer did that.
We had a fan who came in, as Matt just said, and did a fan video and named him Green Pants Man. What a mystery. And so we thought, kind of the community has spoken. The guy's name is Green Pants Man.
That's who he is now.
Maybe we should skip those Prometheans for now.
Yeah, Justin's here. Can you guys hear me all right?
Yes.
Hey,
Okay.
Justin.
Hey,
I would have you log in, but it seems like there's something wrong with Meltdown right now. I need to check the database on him and find out what's going on. But we're just gonna have to 5-man it because if well, you know what? I could try to have you log on the Meltdown backup account.
What's the login info for that one?
Let me pull it up again.
Oh, thank you for the sub, Josie. I appreciate that.
Okay, so we've got our third group of enemies over here, and these are Yakus mercenaries. So one of the things that makes them interesting, there are several different kinds, but the ranged Yakus have a power that will drain energy. And they will drain energy first from a healer, but they'll drain it from other players too. They can sense and target a healer on a team and go after that healer, which makes them a particularly deadly enemy.
Try that login there, Justin, and hopefully you don't crash the server logging in with that. But that's like every account. I didn't think about that in case we have the backup accounts for all the characters too.
Right.
So yeah, I'm gonna see if we can get in with Meltdown backup. Hopefully it doesn't crash the server. Let's give him a second to try to log in.
Unfortunately, I will not be streaming Yakuza 6 tonight, Izuma. I really want to, but I have gone beyond the point where I'm allowed to stream. I went over the weekend, I think I played through Chapter 7. So, alas, that will have to wait. It'll probably be Final Fantasy 15 if that finishes installing.
Were you able to get in with Meltdown?
Yeah, I'm in the world right now. I don't see anyone. You guys might be out.
Give him super speed, Matt.
Casey's already hunting him down. Yeah.
So, Jason, one of the things we did for situations like this is we coded a super speed feature, and you can see our fellows are
There they are.
super speed. Okay.
Alright, so at least the backup, that was actually good advice there, Mr. McGeever, on the backup accounts, because that just got us a 6 guy.
Okay, so let's try to hit this mob and see if we can avoid getting drained or not.
I love the animation for Breath of Darkness. That's so cool looking.
That went pretty well. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask everybody to stay here for a minute, and I'm going to show you something that we figured out on a prior run, which is kind of a potential exploit, and tell you how we plan to fix it. But you see this mob, I'm running toward it.
Mm-hmm.
Now they want to close with me and kill me. Well, I did it again. I didn't actually jump correctly, but you're learning right away that platform is not my best skill. But if I were up here, you can see what they do is they run underneath. This is actually a potential exploit because a tank could hold them there, take no damage, and devastators could come in and just wipe
nuke them.
So we're going to be fixing that. Now we...
Who picked the name Yakuza? Yeah, another question. Who named the Yakuza?
Who named the Yakuza?
Yes, the Yakuza.
One of our game designers and I worked that out. Daniel did that. Okay, so we've got another mob of these guys, and then we've got a boss fight. So let's see if we can do that again.
Time to steal aggro.
Well, that went well.
Yeah, the death animation's pretty cool.
So let me just say our final fight here is against this guy, Destroyer. He's a giant mech. Now, he's got 2 powers you're going to want to know about before we hit him. In one, he's got a very long-range AoE, and if the orange circle appears on the ground, you want to get out of it. And he's got a single target hit that can take off 80% of your health in one blow.
Oh.
If you see yourself glowing with an orange glow around you, move away from your fellow heroes, because it will, when that explodes on you and takes 80%, it'll take it from them too if you're too close.
I think if I learned a rotation, I could steal aggro.
I think that you get those 2 little ones first.
Yeah, let's kill the little ones.
Well, we got him.
Oh yeah.
So is it our?
Is it 80% of max health or current health?
Max.
Max health. Okay. Oof. Oh, that's rough.
So yeah, he's the Destroyer is our equivalent of a giant monster in this game, and or maybe not a giant monster, but maybe an arch villain. So he's meant to be quite difficult to kill. Now, we do keep it moving along for these alpha runs because we asked in our forums and people said they really were not that intrigued to see a 15-minute fight against a giant robot.
Says them.
I'll just say, you know, we have this modern architecture here. One of my favorite things to do is to like jump on this. But again, we've already established that platforming is not really a key skill that I possess.
Will there be any other robot designs going in?
Yes, there will. In fact, we have another entire design completely different from those. Those are Promethean robots. The ordinary working robots around the city can, in our story, be affected by the unobtainium in the drive, in the engines, and they sometimes gain sentience, which that can be good or bad for us. And this is a cool spot, and we definitely want to put something, you know, on the top of this building right here to mark it out, a compass or flowers or arcane symbols or something. I got to get that from Eric, our lead designer, and get that put in.
Do you guys know if you're expecting it to be a monthly fee or microtransactions?
No microtransactions whatsoever. We are hostile to those microtransactions. There will be a monthly fee. We're going to try to keep it as low as we can. We think that's a better model for us. We really don't want to see whales riding free-to-play players around like ponies. And we think everybody should come into the game kind of even and should, you know, get whatever they can get by playing well.
Yeah, I think a badge would look pretty cool up there. Or like maybe a statue.
I do too.
Well,
Jason, it's kind of what we're going to show today, but we're open for questions. We can do anything you want. If you want to do one of those fights or whatever you want.
Someone just asked if will the mirrors reflect character appearances?
Yes.
We can kill one or two more packs to round this out if you guys want. See if anyone else has any other questions before we.
Let's get this first mob again.
Yeah.
They've got bad attitude. They need to be new.
They need to be punished.
Exactly.
Justice, etc. I like the cool, like, dark magic characters. I'm not gonna lie. They dare assault the percussive vault. EPEP is working hard for that name. I don't blame him. I think it's a good one. Does the whole team like what they've created so far?
Well, I do. Let the whole team speak up.
I think we've done a great job getting as far as we have in the amount of time allotted. We've definitely moved very, very quickly, and the quality level at the speed that we've moved is exceptional. That's my input there.
I agree with that.
I like what we've created. It's bright, it's clean, it's a lot more interesting than a lot of other games that I see out there. I really want to play them.
I'm excited for the things we have in the works for after the alpha.
Yeah, we do have a lot of good stuff coming up. So this is, you know, from two of us saying, I wonder if we could create an MMO to this in 22 months. So it's
That's
actually
impressive.
And we generally publish our schedule. We're going to publish a new one shortly and tell people what they can expect in the coming 6 months or 8 months. We've been pretty good about hitting those numbers. Ooh, looks like we're starting. Okay.
I wanted to see what kind of damage I did. Ah, darkness bombs are so cool. What's up, Power Ace? How many missions have been created so far?
Explicit missions that we've got written up are about, I'm going to say about a dozen. But the first thing to do with the missions is to sort of set up the tools to create missions. So we're creating mission maps, rules of the road, types of missions, classes of missions. There's a lot to it, actually. So we will have some handcrafted missions and some built from templates. There will be a combination.
That does sort of lead into EPIP's question. How, I guess maybe he meant receptive. How receptive are you guys to the modding community, or modding the game in some manner by the community upon release?
Well, I'd say first, a number of our devs are actually modders or former modders. We love modders. They bring a lot to many games. You know, where would Skyrim be without modders, really?
Mm-hmm.
So it's a good idea. We're not enabling that right now. Probably not for the beta, because it's another thing to do, right? And we need to build the core of the game, make sure it's really fun to play, make sure people are having a good. Modding is really improving it once you've got a core game built. Mm-hmm. We're still in the core game built category, but we love modders.
Oh, I love the little pew-pew laser sounds too, Herschel. But yeah, I'm pro modding, especially for games like this. Like if players have the option to write their own little missions or create like physical content for the game, I think that'd be really cool.
We think so too, and in fact, that's another thing we aspire to have. Not going to promise that for the beta, because it probably won't be in beta, but City of Heroes had the ability for players to make their own missions that other players could then play. And we would also like to do that.
It was a very cool concept.
And, I'm just going to come out and say I played a whole bunch of missions made by other people. I'm not saying the dev missions were bad or anything, but some of those player-made missions were just really...
Definitely, EPIP. I think this is probably a pretty good place to call it then. If you showed up late, I'm sorry. Hopefully we'll be able to do more of these in the future here in the afternoons. I personally would love to.
Absolutely.
But for people who don't know anything about Ship of Heroes, where can they find more about the game and more about you guys?
Well, I would say www.shipofheroes.com. Our website and forums are there. There's an story of the game, the lore of the game. Our last approximately 50 newsletters are there. We've got 20 videos up on our YouTube channel. You can see quite a bit, including we have a video that sort of shows just devs playing this. And a lot more about the city, the playing environment, missions, instances, costumes, power sets, and we are picking up the pace. Our team is larger today than it's ever been, and in fact, I could probably say that every month for the last 20 months. We're making a lot of progress and bringing a lot of people in, and someone, Green Pants Man, has figured out how to crouch and move, which you can undo by hitting the letter F, by the way. So, yes, we can crouch, we can do the crouch, and then we can undo the crouch.
One more good question. Are you guys going to use the CCT created NPC to create NPCs in the population of the ship?
Yes, we are.
Neat.
Yes, we are. We'll use a version of it. One of our goals is to get large numbers of players into the game for raids and for fun. The game should be a social experience as well as a gaming experience, and we want to make teaming easy. That has an implication for the NPCs. We make sure they have, they sort of hit the server with the minimum amount of bandwidth requirement. So we will be making the NPCs a little simpler than characters are, but it really won't be a problem. They're going to look good. We're making special clothing for the NPCs to accomplish that as well.
Sounds good to me. All right. Thank you guys so much for joining me today, or letting me join you, I should say. Play some Ship of Heroes.
Thank you, Jason.
A little tongue-tied, I'm afraid. Hopefully we'll be able to do this again. This will be uploaded to MMOHuts YouTube, where the majority of you guys will probably be watching this. So make sure you stay tuned to MMOHuts.com for all the latest gaming news and reviews. And my editorials, they're good. They're very good. And we will see you guys. We will see you guys next time right here on MMOHuts and Bottom Tier.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Before anyone logs out, if you could return your character to